Let's take a look at a CD4060, and it's a binary ripple counter, but we're going to use it for a time delay, a long time delay timer, okay? Now, a lot of times you'll use a 555 timer, but if you want a real long time delay, you'd have to have a huge capacitor there, and it's just not going to be practical. But with this one here, we can have a small capacitor, and you can have a large time, even into the hours, you know? So what happens, it's got an internal oscillator, okay? And you just control that oscillator with a resistor and a capacitor here. And here's the formula to do that. So in this case, it's 2.3 times the, well, I used 470 K and a 1 microfarad capacitor. This way it comes out to 1 hertz here, okay? And then it has 14 stages in here. The first 3 are internal, and then the fourth stage is the first output that you can use. So what happens is each stage of the binary counter is a toggle flip-flop that divides the input by 2, okay? So when a flip-flop is configured as a toggle flip-flop, it changes its output each time the clock pulse arrives. So if Q was 0, it becomes 1. If Q was 1, it becomes 0, okay? The output changes once every 2 clock pulses, okay? So for Q4 here, it's 2 to the 4th power, which is going to be 16, okay? And then 5 here is going to be 32, and this pin here, 4, is going to be 64. So it keeps going up all the way up to 14, which is going to be about 16,000, okay? It's going to take 16,000 clock pulses to turn on this pin 3 here, okay? We're going to do it with the 16 here. So what I did down here is I just put a couple, a NPN and a PNP transistor. So when a clock gets a pulse here high, and then this one's going to show us when it's low. So it needs to be 16 of these. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 of those. And then when we get up to 16, pin 7 is going to come on, you know. If we would put it on pin 5, we'd have to have 32 of these, you know. So you can see how we can get a long time delay in there. So we're going to give it a try. Here it is here. So let's see, can you see it? I don't know if you can see the red one there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and it comes on, okay? So, and then it counts another 16, and it'll the LED will come off there. So it works, and it's good for having a long time delay. Let me turn the light off and see if we can see it. That's better. Let's do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and it comes on. And then it's going to go off on 16, so you can see it better that way. So that's CD4060, and we're using it for a long time delay. Now, when the output comes on, you can have a latch and keep it on if you want, or an alarm system, or whatever you want to do on it. But it's just demonstrating how it's gonna work. And of course, if we had it on pin 5, we'd take 32 of those. And if you had it on pin 14 or pin 3, which is Q14, you'd be 16,384 counts to make it go on. And then you could change the capacitor so that the frequency is even longer than that. So yeah, it works good. And thank you.